Everybody, welcome to Paulcast episode 12. 12. All right. I couldn't remember. Once it gets past all the fingers, I can't. It's hard for me to count past that point.
There's a guitar player joke in there someplace.
It's gotta be.
Really.
Gotta be.
He ought to be at least able to count to 12. That's the 12th fret, you know.
There's 12 frets, and then they repeat after that, right?
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
So
anyway, welcome, guys. I'm going to just we've got Jeffrey B. Scott over here, guitarist
Paul's
extraordinary.
brother, Jeff Scott.
Thank you for having me.
And you know, we don't know if we're related or not. We've never done the DNA test or anything. We'll come back to that. Dylan Matheny. Or
that's my name.
Or Matheny. There's another famous guitar player out there by the name of Matheny.
yes, he is.
Another
one. Well, I mean, you're famous as a guitar player as well.
That's very debatable.
So Dylan actually cut the film for this.
I did do that.
Mixed the audio for this.
That's right.
Yep.
Oh, in case you don't know what we're talking about, you'll just have to wait and find out. And the thing that we're about to talk about, he did a lot of stuff on that for it. Yeah. And then you edited the video, put the video together as well. We're going to have Concept by Red come and join us a little bit. It's not a Nike collaboration, Concept by Red, but it's actually a guy named Red who had a concept that was part of this.
That's really confusing.
So it's kind of like Off-White, but Concept by Red, but a person. I know what I'm talking about.
You guys know.
Anyway,
you guys know how it goes.
So, and then we have Thomasbranch, who is in a digital format, sort of. We dressed him up a little bit to be with us. He is out on a project, out on location, could not be in the state or even the tri-state area. Is he in the tri-state area?
What state is he in?
No.
I don't know. It just felt like the right word to say. But he's on location doing something special. But he took time out of that to come and join us for this, to talk about this music video that doesn't look like one yet, but it will in just a second. And then to my right, we have Mike Ball. No relation to Ernie Ball, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. All right. It'd be great for an endorsement, though.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It would have been awesome.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Oh.
And Mike is our fantastic bass player extraordinaire / I didn't tell anybody's alter egos, but maybe we'll get to that later.
Yeah, we should get to.
We don't want to give that away.
Yeah, my alter ego is not Slash, though.
Oh, it's not Slash.
Just to be clear.
Just to be clear.
Lame.
I like that.
I know.
Red, we'll have you up in just a second. Concept by Red. Anyway, we are here to talk about the making of the Thriller music video cover video here.
Yeah.
And this was a mistake. Not that we did it. Well, maybe that was too.
Jury's out.
We never anticipated making a music video.
No, not at all. Nope.
In fact, we would like to thank RV Wholesalers, who we did an online show for as part of their Halloween get-together. Yep. We'll put their tag. You can check them down in the comments or description below, whatever it's called. You can comment about it, too.
Man, you know this YouTube stuff, don't you?
Yeah, you know.
You're really killing the game over here.
I've got all those things figured out, as you can tell.
This is so impressive.
It tries to be.
Well, yeah, I think it's interesting to note that we didn't want to do this song. They said you guys should do Thriller and a couple other things, and it was like, no, because there was no way we were looking at this thing and going, yeah, we can match.
Yeah.
You think
the original?
You think
right.
Michael
There
Jackson,
was no way.
and you think Thriller, and it's one of those untouchable songs, and videos, and you know, it's you just don't go there. It's like holy grail of music and MTV and the whole. It's Halloween. You know, so we didn't even.
So how do you even touch it? Yeah, exactly. And
then
yet,
Jeff said, "Let's do it." And then Mike and I are like, wait a minute.
And I'm like, I got 18 hours to learn this. Thanks.
Well, the funny thing about that, you had 18 hours. Thomas had about 18 minutes to learn this. Yes. We had some technical issues, and we had to call Thomas in at the last minute. We'd been looking for an excuse to work with Thomas on some stuff anyway.
Absolutely.
Called him up. He happened to be available and had about 18 minutes, give or take a minute, to learn play the audio, record the audio, and record himself videoing and you know what I really hate about Thomas is that not only did he sound great, he looked better than anybody else, and he had the least amount of time to put this together.
Yeah.
He's in this red jacket, it's all white, and it like looks like he had all the time in the world to prepare for this.
Yeah.
I actually went to Walmart and got like this fake cobweb crap and spiders and stuff, and I still just look like me. It didn't help.
I found one mini pumpkin and put it on an amp about 4 feet away from me. And strung up lights on the door frame right by me. That was it.
I went around and stole. I stole all the candles out of the bathrooms in my house to try and make it look. And my wife was like, "Is there a smell up there I need to be concerned about?"
Do we need to know about
it's a
this?
vibe.
She's like, why are you taking your candles downstairs?
You're in a bathroom in a house, you light a candle, everybody knows what it's about.
Yeah.
So, it's just assumed that my studio needed... Anyway, I probably should leave this topic alone. But yeah.
We got done with the arrangement, and it was like, wow, this actually turned out really cool.
Turned out really well.
It was...
And I think when we started talking about the arrangement, too,
Yeah.
we were like, all right, if we're actually... Now that Jeff's forced us to do this song... and because Jeff talks directly with these people, I mean, we all interact a little bit, but Jeff's kind of like the musical director of the whole RV show thing that we put on, and so he's having these conversations. He's like, yeah, I'm so excited to do Thriller. Okay, maybe not, but
I can honestly tell you, I never said those words.
And then he's like, so what do you think about arrangement? And I'm like, well, now we got to do this song. I haven't really thought about one yet. What I don't want to do is go anywhere close to Michael Jackson because you just don't want to do that. And then we're both rock guitar players, for lack of a better thing as far as when it comes to that. And vocally, I'm like, I'd rather rock it out than try and go close to MJ. I'm certainly not going to do some. It's not a ballad song, so you don't want to go there.
Nope.
And so we were like, okay, and just kind of came up with the arrangement. But the thing that was funny is in these online shows, we have a certain amount of time to get stuff done too. Yeah. So we were like, do we want to do all of it? Do we want to do, this intro? Do we, because the original Thriller video is like 18 minutes long.
Yeah. Great.
Just as much time as Thomas had to prepare for it, right?
Yeah.
So, but we came up with a version that made sense to us from top to bottom and sent it off to Dylan.
That's right.
And about midnight, speaking about 18 minutes, about at midnight after a 18-hour day,
Yes.
Dylan went to go mix this thing. And so we're getting mixes from him, and then we sent that off to Concept by Red. Concept by Red, come in here for just a second. Just come stand next to Dylan's mic. You can share his mic. Just stand next to him there.
This is Concept by Red.
Everybody, welcome Concept by Red.
I'm Concept by Red, apparently.
Yes, and
Hi.
Concept by Red, also known as, I think on our Instagram post and all of that, Red da Boy in da House. Is that your Instagram?
No.
It's something to that effect.
It's Red Boy into House.
In da House.
Way different.
Okay.
Why, I don't know. It's been a bunch of different things. It was Red the Leo, then it was Red Box of Leaves, Red Bow Candy, Red Boy 3 Chains. That was my favorite. I love 2 Chains, but I'm obviously not 2 Chains, so I had to be 3 Chains.
What? Well, I just, between the painted fingernails and the George Michael earring, the in da House isn't what I would have pictured for.
I mean, all of that is a 90s throwback. Just every little bit of that. So
okay. All right. Well, anyway, Red. No, you're not done yet. Not quite yet. Red does all the video editing for the RV show, for the online show.
Totally.
So you got to hear and hear what we did, and then you put it into the the live stream for us.
Yes.
And so he controls the live stream, basically.
I do.
Of that.
I'm the puppet master of the live stream.
We do the live stream. He's running all the different video portions of the live stream. And and you were like, "Hey, this actually doesn't sound too bad."
No, I was pleasantly surprised.
And so we all kind of let you can go away now.
Okay.
So
Thanks, Red.
Concept by Red.
Yeah, concept by Red.
we'll have him back in a minute, I think. So then we went from that point, and we kind of were like, "Hey, Halloween's coming along." I had, without talking to you two, I was like, "Man, I don't know. It might be fun to do something with that Thriller. Am I crazy?" And they were like, "Well, you're kind of crazy." Yeah. And then Jeff sends me a message, and he's like, "Hey, I know it probably won't work, but like, what do you think about doing a video of this Thriller?" And I'm like, "Well, funny enough,
now we got two crazy guys.
Now we got two wild and crazy guys, both with the last name Scott." So we started talking about it. We literally had, what was it, like a 3 days from the time we turned, from when we completed the live stream, to when we talked about it, to when we actually decided to go and shoot the music video, right?
And it all had to happen before Halloween, otherwise,
Right.
like, missed the window.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of forgot that. The live stream was like the week
21st?
before, 21st, yeah. So we finished that, and then the next week turned around, and we had to have a place to go do it, and then Dylan had to have time to edit it and put it all together. So anyway, a long story short is this was like, what's that, too late? Yeah, no.
Concept by Red.
Concept by Red. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Took us we didn't have a long time to put this thing together. So I call up Thomas.
Yeah.
And we start talking a little bit about it. And he's like, "Well, actually, not only can I be there for it, but you've seen all the awesome videos that I've done with all of..." You didn't say awesome? Okay.
I did not say.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, okay. He said, "You've seen my 1 million views on my videos. I know a thing or two about videos." Are those official counts? Did you film this in Philadelphia? Did you film those in Philadelphia? Is that how they got the counts to be as high as they are on your videos?
It's extra ballots. Don't worry.
Extra ballots. Okay.
Too soon.
Too soon? Anyway.
Yeah.
Concept by Red, come up here real quick. Over to Dylan's mic here real quick. Oh, my word. Just want you to tell the world who you voted for.
I voted for Kanye.
Yeah, go sit down. All right, so anyway.
Concept by Red.
Actually sent him a thing. We're all out here in Rutherford County, and there were 469 people that voted for Kanye for president, and Red was one of those.
That's right.
So, hey.
An honor.
Oh, we found the problem. No.
Exactly. So anyway, nothing against Kanye. We're going to have him on the show here real soon.
Hey, I almost
wrote
in Eddie Van Halen.
Did you really? That would have been a good write-in.
I thought about it for a second, but I was like, I just can't.
That's too soon.
Yeah. I almost wrote in Thomas because I thought there would at least be 1 million votes to go with the
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Into the branch party?
Anyway, Thomas does amazing videos. Y'all need to go check it out. We'll put everybody's stuff will be down in the description. See, I got it right that time. And
cheers.
I literally am so excited about the last one he did. It was so super cool. The Darth Maul, it was
pretty wicked,
pretty freaking cool. But anyway, so we're talking. He did one the year before of the Joker, and it was just off the hook. It was great. So so I was talking to him about this, and he had some ideas, and he was like, not only do I, can I be there for it, but I have some movie quality masks here. Because we were like, how are we going to do a Thriller video? Okay, we're all available. Okay, check that off the box. Yep. Secondly, what do we do?
What is the concept?
Because we can't just be zombies, because then that's Michael Jackson again.
Right.
And just so we're clear, because I love that video so much, that's why I didn't want to touch it or go near it anyway, right? So what's our take on it? And from then I called Concept by Red. Come on back up here. And so tell us kind of what your idea, your concept was for this video.
My Concept by Red?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, you and Thomas talked, and then I was getting off of work and feeling angsty because I had rolled burritos all day, and you pitched me
Burritos by
what
Red.
you had of the concept, which was basically that we had movie masks, which is amazing.
That's about the amount of detail I usually come to the table with.
It's true.
It's almost about the amount of detail that Jeff came to me when he said, "So we're doing Thriller.
Yeah.
How are we doing it? I don't know.
I don't know.
So there we go.
So, as things tend to happen with this channel, it very quickly turned into a whole video from we have movie masks. The middle step in that road was you saying, "Oh, I have a GoPro. Let's do a Blair Witch section."
That's right.
Which worked out interestingly for sure. And I talked to you for about 5 minutes, and then I was like, okay, I have the picture in my head. So then I sent out a mass email to you guys with my rough pitch of what a script would be. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be there to.
And why weren't
shoot
you
it
able to be there?
Because
This is a real life thing.
this is a real life thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I I had worked my job earlier that week, and two of the managers that I worked with that day came down with COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, not 2 days after that. So, yeah,
Which is why
basically-
Mike is still masked, by the way.
Yes.
And
I also
I don't blame him.
and I also have other reasons, but yes.
Yeah, but I mean, I should have just not because
Dylan
of
is
COVID, just
deceased
because
already. sitting
his
here.
hygiene. I should have a mask on around him at all times.
Well,
But
it's
anyway,
it's the earring that'll get you every
it will.
time.
Stuff lives in there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
High grade disinfectant. Just
okay.
tiny circles. Anyway, the thing is, basically, I wasn't gonna expose all of you to the people I had been exposed.
But the
to.
good news is
That I wrote the email and sent it to you
no,
before I got COVID.
about the COVID. You did not get COVID.
No, I didn't get COVID.
You just said before you got COVID. Did you get COVID?
I didn't get COVID.
You told me you were negative.
I was negative.
about to punch you across the table.
Big X in
Okay.
the test.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
we're all about.
All right, and that cut.
Good show.
I'm out.
everybody.
All right, see ya.
All right. Thanks, Concept by Red. All right. So
Concept by
my
Red.
little Charlie Brown walk back to my chair.
no, it's like Guillermo on Jimmy Fallon. Basically, we'll just we bring you in for the moments that are needed. That was needed. They already know you if they've seen any other Paulcasts because you've co-hosted a bunch of them with me, and we So anyway.
No pride in this.
Anyway, so we get together. We went to Henry Horton State Park. Thank you, Henry Horton. Henry Horton. I was hoping to hear a Who, but I didn't.
You didn't hear the Who?
I did not.
We heard the Who.
Did you hear the Who?
Heard the Who.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't somebody of my generation playing out there? No, never mind.
So, Horton here's a
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
making sure.
Yeah, we got
All
you.
right. All right. So you got a mask for that, Thomas? Henry Horton or Horton? No. Okay. All right. So we get there and we set up, and we're setting up the campsite, the set, and all of that, and everything. And people start driving by all the time. And we are just getting people walking up, driving by, everybody. And like campers, like it's like an assumed family when you're on a campground. And they just welcomed themselves to come up and check out the set and see what we were doing. And then just, that's cool. And never go away and just watch the entire making of. But we did run into 4 people, whatever it was, 3 or 4 people that were extremely nice and invited us over for a little drink break and snack break and that sort of thing out there. So
Great people.
Really cool.
they were really awesome. I won't give away their names just because I don't know if they want to be on this, but. Anyway, they were awesome. They were the camp hosts, and it was great. So, as we were setting up, we found this barn out behind us that was abandoned and dilapidated and all that. So we're scoping it out, and we're like, "Man, this would be cool." Setting the scene and all of that, and then it was time to shoot. So I think are we ready to like play the video through?
I might as well.
So what we're gonna do, in case you haven't seen what we've done in previous making ofs or whatever, this one's a little bit different. Not just because Thomas is basically the headless horseman, but he has a head and it's a laptop. But
The Horseman?
the horseman.
Right.
I don't. It's Halloween. It made sense to me in my brain. But anyway,
And then it came.
everybody
out.
else like. "Ooh." Then it came out. Yeah. I was gonna go somewhere. I'm not going to. So, what we're gonna do is, have you ever seen the show Ridiculousness? Okay.
Yes.
We're gonna kind of run it like that. Anyone has the right at any point, except for Concept by Red. He can play along too. It's fine. If anybody wants to stop the video at any point, Thomas, I don't know if you'll be able to see the video or not, but you can hear it. So if you're, pretending to see it along with us, or you can think of a moment in the video that you'd like us to stop and talk about that you would like to discuss.
Oh, I've got one already.
Okay, good. Yes, make notes. And actually, if you have it on YouTube on your end, if you scroll to it and give me the number, like the time code number,
Yeah, I might do that.
then I can scroll to all the points that you want to cover. Because I don't want to miss anything.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right. Got my orange bubbly here going. And we're going to start the opening scene here. Oops, hold
That's
on.
not.
I blew
Yep,
it.
right.
Not it.
Very cool. Very
Ridiculousness is so much more
Very
professional
cool.
than me. Okay, so here we go. A Dylan Matheny production. Yes,
That's
it
me.
was. Oh, Concept by
Concept by
Red.
Red.
There he is. Concept by Red.
Guys, this was Thomas's first time cooking a hot dog over
For
an
real.
open flame.
Yes, that's right. Right there. That was him. We saw it.
Concept by Red.
I'm Concept by Red.
Yes, your Concept by Red.
Good concept, Red. Good concept.
So we were playing some guitars. That was cool. Fun.
Swapping stories about artists we had played with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice job, Mike. Thomas looking great. Guys, I'm a little confused in the woods. I don't know where I'm going at that point.
Isn't that life, though?
Yes, me confused? Yes.
gonna
It
say,
is very relatable.
Looking for where bus tall is.
So there's our barn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, did you notice the posted sign all over that too?
Yeah, the don't go near
Yeah,
this.
the don't go near this sign. Yeah,
We
No,
paid
Mike,
real
we
close
didn't
attention.
notice
No,
that.
we didn't
No.
notice.
Oh, wait a minute. What are you talking about? I felt the need to point. So we'll talk. I'll pause it right here, and we'll look at this. So this whole setup is basically on an RV pad. So normally where you'd park your RV or set up your tent, that's what we took over. And
Yeah,
made.
and you can see all the power supplies in the background above.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
I never noticed it until right now.
I love the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
That's
That's right.
exactly true. Those are all the cords. Did we blow a fuse the first time?
We did.
We did, yes. Because we hooked up a coffee maker and everything else.
That's right, yeah.
We brought all our creature
We
comforts.
film in style.
Yeah, blue fuses and everything else. But what was cool is you brought some work lights and shined them
I
up
did,
in the
yeah.
woods and did all that sort of stuff. But anyway, that's what you're looking at right here. I don't know if those are blood stains or what's going on right there, but anyway.
I hope not.
Guys, Jeff's jacket was pretty cool for this video shoot. I'm
It
not gonna
was.
lie. Yeah,
was.
I kind of had jacket envy, but
That guitar
That's
strap.
okay.
I still can't get over that jacket, Jeff, just because right here, all the way down, it's not there.
it's a missing jacket back there. You
It's
can't-
perfect for playing guitar. That's
yeah.
what it is.
Well, and I
This
thought
is-
it was appropriate. Like it felt right.
He's a pro.
did.
He's a pro.
It felt right. Thomas, at 113, just for your own cue points over there on what you're looking at, this is the first time that Thomas and I have made the same facial expression at the same time on the same word. And we played in a band together for 2 years.
Yes.
And that's never happened until right there. You seen it now? Yeah, it's great, isn't
I
it?
do see it.
Yes. It's great. This is basically the expression that Jeff has for me every time we go over an arrangement.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on. Little Blair Witch kind of thing going on. Thank you, GoPro Max 360. There,
I'm doing the same thing I do with David Cook and lip sync my harmonies. That's what I'm doing.
I love the lip sync of the harmonies. It's fantastic. I never knew an SM57 was a vocal mic, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Lots of bass players
Trivia.
That's a
I
bass
think
player.
that's what Thriller was recorded on.
For real? I thought it was an
Really?
SM7.
I don't know.
No, we'll
I
have
think
to
it's
look
a
that one up.
57. Yeah.
I will tell you that lead singer Def Leppard. Somebody help me out.
Oh, Joe
Thank you.
Elliott.
Yes,
Oh,
thank
yeah,
you.
right.
So, I got the multi-track session, or somehow I acquired it.
Sure.
And we sold it out, and he actually used a 57 to sing all the studio tracks on that as well, because high
so
SPL and stuff. You
Yeah.
can shout into those.
For which
things.
album?
Hysteria.
Gonna be
Really?
sharing that with me, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
me.
don't. Yes,
That's awesome.
I may or may not have that session on file. Thank you.
I had no idea.
Well, anyway, great job on your background singing.
I do what I
Yes.
can. And I can what I do.
I did get a note that we needed more Beachy V's.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold
Really?
on. Can I go back? We can scroll back in time, right? Not to that. I really didn't need to hear me hit that. There it is. So Thomas, we're going to talk
Yeah.
to you for a second. We have a great face pulled up on you, by the way, on 126. This is good. Tell us about your drum kit for the making of a music video in the woods when there's other campers around and it's nighttime. How did we get around the sound of the drum?
We just stuffed my drums with fake ballots, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. No. So we
all the mail-ins just went right into the drum kit. That was awesome. That was very good.
No, so we.
You're from
we
Georgia,
actually
right?
put newspaper
Yeah. Now we
on
know where
the-
all those ballots went.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah. So we actually put newspaper on the top and bottom drum heads, and we had like towels in them to kind of make them more thuddy, so they weren't bothering all of our campers.
Gotcha.
And then the cymbals, we just stacked 2 cymbals on top of each other.
Very cool. So, and it muted. Like, it was pretty wild.
Totally,
Because if you guys wondered how music videos are made, I mean, we're kind of giving it away, but I think most people know how music videos are made. We're playing very quietly.
Yeah.
Yeah, inside our head.
Yes.
What? Is that what really happens? Are you kidding me? We didn't. Should I not be saying this? Jeff looks very upset right now that I'm telling people about how music
pulling
videos
back
are
the
made.
curtain, man.
Hey,
Come
I'm
on.
pulling back the curtain.
I will say.
all
Seeing how
about
the sausage
exposure.
is made over here. What in the world?
What?
I will say, I think REM was one of the few bands up until a certain point in time they did all of their music videos live.
Really?
Wow.
Man.
See, I knew there was a reason that we were, just like them.
Just like
so,
them.
Just like them.
People have said that about us.
Anyway, we just had to bring the drum volume down a little bit. That's all
Right,
I was
yeah.
trying to get at. But yeah, anyway. The Sparkle drums looked pretty cool for this too, by the way. Thanks for, bringing out a kit that really shined in the moment.
Wow.
There we go. Yeah, I went there. Moving on. There's that solo. Oh, here we go. Here's Jeff running through the woods.
Were you swimming right there?
I think so.
thought he was.
I think so.
Is that a swim? Wait a minute.
It felt like it.
There he goes. Let's talk about Jeff swimming for a second. Great guitar solo, then you automatically. There was the swim, that
Yeah.
left arm out.
He was doing the bat stroke.
was.
That's what that is.
Oh, wait till we get to Thomas's run through the woods.
Oh,
His is my
man.
favorite by
Yeah.
far. We'll talk about grilled hot dogs in just a minute.
Yes, we will. I will say
We're
the,
all running from bad guys, and Thomas, you're going to see, is basically on his way back to the buffet.
All right. He's going back to
down.
catering.
He was at catering. Thomas found catering.
for what it's worth. Can we pause?
Oh, yeah.
So I will say that we did not do the guitar solo in the arrangement for the RV wholesaler show.
That's right.
And Paul said, Jeff, we're missing something. Can you
Something
do
was missing.
something
Yes.
right there for this section? So that's what we
So
came
we
up
added
with.
that in.
Yeah.
And that was, just like.
And I'm glad.
I'm glad we
you
did
called
too.
me to do that.
I did.
That's great.
Yeah, it
It's a
just
good call.
felt like the right thing.
Yeah.
you
It
know?
was the right thing.
What's the right thing? Every once in a while, we get it right.
Every once in a while.
Some great camera work right there.
Great
by the way.
camera.
Thanks.
There comes Mike. Mike, where were you running to? Since we've talked about everybody's run through the woods.
I was running to my truck to go see my daughter in the hospital at that point.
Man, there we go. That's deep.
Gotta get out of here, man.
Gotta get out.
Who are these guys doing this video? I'm out of here. I'm done.
Actually, no, I think I was trying to find the Shell gas station that had the extra Doritos in them. So.
Hey, by the way, I also need people to, as you're watching this, make your comments below. Go ahead and put your time frame on there. Show us your least favorite and most favorite moments. All the least favorite ones can feature Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And there we go. And
I'll take it.
we'll go from there.
All the while, you hear the creature creeping up behind. You're out of time.
We were out of time. But it did take us, you know, not too long to cut this. I mean, as far as videos go, we cut it fairly quick.
Here we go. Back it up.
Back it on up. Run that
About
back.
2:15. No, let's see. There it is.
There it is.
It's tough to see.
It is.
But he totally has a hot...
2:16.
Bump it.
There's
Bump it.
totally...
Just
There it is.
There it is. Hot dog in
You
hand.
can see the hot dog right there.
He's
That is
chowing
true.
down.
We're at 2:16. Everybody else is running from demons. Like we're trying to do this Blair Witch thing. Like, oh my gosh.
He's running from Jenny Craig. That's what he's doing.
And what's funny is he's not just running with the hot dog. He's mid-chew. He's
It's
like,
true. Yeah. Well, there was
at least I can feed the guy if he tries to attack me.
Thomas and I talked while you guys were running. You were running and you were scoping something out. And we talked for a second and he's like, I'm so hungry. I'm like, just do the video thing with the hot dog, man. sure as shit. He did it.
It turned out fantastic.
Turned out awesome. I loved it.
I love it. Yes. One of my favorite. We needed a comedy break in such a serious, scary movie type thing. This was your one comedic relief of the running hot dog. Some people do the running man. He does the running hot dog. There's a good chew.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. So there's the Finding of the Jason mask. You can get the same mask on Amazon. Might bring it to you. And for, I think it was like $9.99 because I have Prime.
Sure.
If I wouldn't have had Prime, my Prime paid off, if nothing else, just for the purchase of that mask.
Yes.
And I got it like in 2 days.
I can't wait to have mask conversations.
It was great. Oh, yeah. So my son liked the mask so much and thought it was so cool that he went around the house scaring his little sisters. And he was like, this is the coolest mask ever.
Brother.
It scares my little sisters, and decided to be Jason for Halloween.
So cool.
Wow.
Saved me. I got a lot of use out of that one mask.
Yeah, you did.
Good investment.
Yeah. $10. I don't really know what's going on. I'm like somewhere between hang loose and having a seizure.
It's
I'm not.
angst.
Yeah.
It's angst.
Alien and I don't know what has.
I will say
happened
for the folks at home, the musical point that I liked right there, like 10 seconds before this.
we can do that.
All right. Right before where we are right now in the music
Like 10
section.
seconds before.
Yeah. That right there.
And the masquerade.
It's a masquerade. The chord under there is
Love
very
it.
Def Leppard. Very Def
yeah,
Leppard.
chord.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a great chord.
Just like, oh, there it is.
Good job.
Thanks.
I liked that one.
That was
Was that in the
favorite
arrangement?
moment. No.
Okay.
No.
That was the one thing that, thinking back and listening back to it, it's like the original had so much production on it. I think the best way to attack that was to just go the opposite way.
Totally. Totally.
You know, no keys, no strings, no nothing. It was just guitars, bass, drums.
Yeah.
So tell us about that, Dylan, a little bit. Tell us about the mix of the audio. Like when you're getting it in, did you have this moment of like, oh, geez, they did Thriller? Or was it?
I did have that moment.
Oh, yeah. But it was before you heard the audio.
Before I heard the audio,
good,
of course.
good.
Yeah. No, it's a killer arrangement, and all the tracks came in sounding great. But with something like this, you do have to attack it like a yin yang thing. Like you can't just do the Michael Jackson synths and strings and everything.
Yeah.
It's got to be a rock tune.
Yeah.
So all the dials turn to 11.
Very
I love
cool.
it.
Very
Yeah.
cool. All right, we're gonna move on then. There's my alien fingers.
Oh, that was a nice lick too, Mike.
Ah, and here we go. That was a good lick.
Nice.
Nice segue. We go from let's just make sure we hear that again. Nice lick on the bass to nice lick on your face.
What?
I don't know. I was trying to make it match and it didn't work out so well.
I hope my wife doesn't hear this.
Lick on his face.
And then the lyric is, "This is the end of your life," and it felt like that every time I looked at you with this mask on.
That Thomas owns.
That is one of the Thomas owned
Yes.
actual movie quality masks there. Your eye holes are not that big though.
No, it
You
was.
probably could have painted your eyes.
It was
under
kind
there,
of
I
tough
guess,
to
a
see
little
through it,
bit.
but
Yeah.
it was worth it for the visual effect. It really was.
It was so creepy because that mask is very. The Jason mask blends in a little bit more into the background out there. This thing being white and like zombie looking like it is, dude, it creeped me out every time I turned around and looked at you. And because you're just, it's just the stare never stops.
No.
It's like I want to slap you just to get some expression off the face, and it's just there.
I've had artists tell me that in the past too. You look so dead.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
know. You guys are dead on stage.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I just thank you for agreeing to be as Mike, to be Michael.
You know, it's like that Tony Danza thing where he could only play characters called Tony.
Tony, that's
So
right.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It worked out perfectly.
Same exact thing. And I mean, I was surprised you put it on after Thomas told me that he actually sleeps with this mask every night.
That's
Next
just
to
what
him.
that's what
But
rhythm sections do.
That's it. That's
just
it.
don't
It's
get it.
just watch that foot, make that bass. Yeah,
That's right.
happen. So
Wow.
is this Thomas walking through? Oh yeah, this is Thomas walking through the woods. He dropped his hot dog at this point.
Right.
He actually, I thought he had finished it, but he
you serious?
actually dropped it in the woods. He contemplated picking it back up and eating it,
Yes.
but he knew that I had like 14 more back in the cooler.
Yep.
But our campfire was a problem for this thing.
Oh,
It
man.
would not stay lit, and we burnt a bunch of wood trying to keep that thing going.
And you bought wood from the
It was
from the campground.
Henry Horton, I want a refund on our camp wood. I bought 2 big
Bundles.
reams of the
Yeah.
thing,
And they burnt.
and they burnt. How dare the wood burn?
Unbelievable.
But it was
We
within
had
like
to use
half
your
an hour.
Zippo lighter as lighter fluid
Yes,
to
yes.
try and get the whole thing to start. Went through all of that, but anyway, Thomas was less concerned. This is actually this is not again for us. The rest of it's a creepy moment in the woods. Thomas is actually looking for his hot dog at this moment in the barn. And he's hoping that it's there because he's like, this is really good. This is the first campfire hot dog he had ever had.
Yeah.
And he was a little sad, kind of like a kid with an ice cream cone. As soon as they get it, and they drop it, and it's like, do you eat it off the ground or, you know?
Dilemma.
No, nature claims that it's owned by that
does.
point.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if is the 5-second rule longer in the woods?
Way longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why he
Also,
was still
there's
looking
the
for
spider rule.
it. The spider rule.
Yes. Right.
Yes.
If the spider is on it, he's already claimed it.
The other thing I like about this moment
Dibs.
out by the barn is it was a good 100 feet from 200 feet,
At
maybe?
the very least.
Yeah, 200-300 feet or whatever from the campsite.
Yeah.
We ran every extension cord that we had.
We sure did.
To get from that box you saw
From the
earlier
box,
in the
yeah.
video out to this barn that had a posted sign on
know-
it that we weren't supposed to be near.
Still don't recall that poster
yeah,
sign.
don't know what that sign
It's
was.
not in the
not
video at all.
remembering that.
Thinking back on it, it's a really good thing that it had rained the night before. Because if that grass is dry with 200 feet of extension cables, man, that could have been ugly real quick.
That could have been, but it would have made the hot dog less wet.
That's right.
It's true.
I could have picked it back
You
up.
would have
and
burned
eaten
off
it
all that
easier.
bacteria.
Yeah.
You would have been
Right.
fine.
Correct.
So we ran these lights. We were in studio lighting out to this barn on 300 feet of extension cord, and it was 300 feet because it took 3 100-foot extension cords
That's
basically to get out there.
That's almost a football field.
almost a football field. And the only thing was the fire had died back at the campsite, so we couldn't really see how to get back at this point. We had to follow the extension cord to basically get back 300 feet through the wood. But anyway, we're out at this barn. Thomas dropped his hot dog. Let's see what happens to him. Oh! Jigsaw took... Is Jigsaw eating the hot dog? I think it's in his mouth. He's like, get away from my hot dog. It's my hot dog. Either that, or once the hot dog hits the ground and the spider has poisoned it, this is what you end up looking at.
That's what it is.
That's what happened.
There you go.
That's how he became Jigsaw.
That's right.
Yeah.
The poisoned hot dog. Fair enough. All right. Great backgrounds, Jeff.
Thanks, man.
Good. It's the only time I smiled in the whole video. I don't know why. Wait a minute. Who's that? What?
Hey, you got.
Now this looks a
hold
lot
on
like
before
the-
you go.
Yeah.
Before you go, you got to recognize the rock pinch harmonics.
Oh,
right
I
there.
like that. I did notice that actually. Yeah, let's pay tribute to their whoa. That was actually my favorite part of what you played in the whole thing. I liked the solo too, but it felt right at that point. It was
Sealed the
a little
deal.
nasty. Right on there.
Zach,
Whoa.
Zach Wild is so jealous of you right now.
I was
I do what I
thrilled.
can.
You
I do
could
what I
say to hear you play that.
Oh, man.
Anyway, so we remember the guy running through the woods, swimming through the woods, rather, had a red flannel shirt on. Did he not?
Yeah.
True.
Apparently, he was looking for his scuba mask and instead found this. Yes.
He found his Whole Foods bag instead. Way to go, pillow head.
So, if anybody's seen the movie The Strangers, the main character has a pillowcase over his head. So we all showed up. Now, Jeff, as we have complimented him throughout this video on his rock harmonics, his guitar solo, his background singing, his MDing, his clear directions on. We're doing Thriller. Very prepared guy. All right.
Extremely.
Most of the time.
Thomas brings the masks. I brought my mask. Campsite, all this. Jeff goes, I forgot my pillowcase. And we're like, okay, a pillowcase. That might be difficult
And we're out in the middle of
of nowhere
Right,
to
yes.
locate. My first thought was, and I thought he was going to go for it, not because he would find the pillowcase. Mainly, I just wanted to see him go try it. I was like, well, dude, there's lots of people in RVs. Just go ask somebody for a pillowcase in an RV.
You know, honestly, for how nice some of those people are, they
would've
might have
given
went
probably
for
would've
it.
done it.
They probably
would've
would
done
have.
it.
Yes.
And they did say if you need anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Jeff,
How would-
missed
how would-
opportunity.
How would the first request be like, hey, remember when you guys said if we ever needed anything? Well, is there a
we
random
need
pillowcase that I could have? Preferably a white one that I can cut some holes in.
Yeah.
We'll give it back.
Yeah, you can.
Any chance you guys have one that already has holes in it?
So, you're a good man. Concept by Red replacing beverages here. Does everybody need another
I'm good.
non-alcoholic bubbly?
I'll take one. Is that all right?
Concept by Red.
Yeah.
Concept by Red. So anyway, Jeff, I found it might have been a Whole Foods bag. Actually, it was one of those like paper reusable. Thanks for paying
was like
$1 so that we don't give you paper or plastic anymore. We're gonna make you pay to carry your groceries to your car bags. So
Good for the environment.
yeah, good for the environment because I'm sure that didn't take anything. So we decided to cut that up, and we're literally looking at the picture of the guy in the stranger's gun.
Yep.
And then I'm like, Thomas, you brought all these masks. You're like really into Halloween, dude. You've made yourself the Joker before, and you know how to do all this stuff. So can you like color some eyes on there? Round one, what they don't know about this is on the back of your head is actually our first attempt.
Oh, really?
That was-
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, where the
Yeah.
eye holes are
Yeah.
about this big, and
Just
you see
huge.
half of Jeff's face like in the eye hole.
This is not gonna work,
So
guys.
there's only two sides to a Whole Foods bag, so we had to get it right the second time,
It's so good.
and that's where we
That's
ended up
when
with
you
this.
asked me to help.
That's
you.
when I
That's
asked
right.
you to help. That's
right.
That's true. I don't know how close he came to the Strangers guy, but I was really impressed that we were finally going to get to do a collab with Marshmello. So that turned out well. We forgot to put him in the credits. We'll make sure we do that on this one right here.
Yes.
Might get a few. Maybe that's why we did have some successful views. Was that people actually thought you were Marshmello?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Oh boy.
From the terrors on the screen, I make you see.
That's cool.
Oh, that's pretty killer. Okay, we can't not talk if we're talking about moments.
Yeah.
Where I missed it. Where was it? I think it's like right there. 316, Thomas, is where we're scanning to.
That is cool.
Yeah, that was actually a cool shot. I got to give Dylan some props on that one.
Do what I can.
I was out in this random dark field with just this little lantern thingy or whatever, and he was like, "Just turn around." I was like, "Okay." And then he made it look like a horror movie scene. Like it looks like Jason just
Yeah.
"Bruh."
Yeah.
I didn't want hot dogs, so it's not quite the same as the jigsaw turnaround. But
Thomas is so pissed right now.
yeah, good. So here it comes. Look at this. Yeah.
Love that. Cool.
Stick Twirls by
Yeah,
Thomas.
baby.
I want to take a class.
I bet there's no stick twirls in the original Thriller.
That's right.
So what you don't know, Thomas, Jeff, and I tour with David Cook.
Yes, actually, I
for
did
the
know that.
viewers. You knew that
No,
for the
I'm
viewers.
just messing with you.
What they don't know, and what you guys don't know, is I always ask for more stick twirl in my ears.
That's amazing.
It's great.
That's good.
Can you bring the stick twirls up a little bit more? So, well, what's funny is one of the first drummers that I ever met in Nashville, and I come from a rock background and worked with lots of rock drummers, but one of the first drummers that I worked with, I had two great drummers that played for me on stuff. Brian Carter was a rock drummer, and I ended up marrying his sister.
That must have
That's a
went over
different
well.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yes. But he and I got along so well because he was just a rock drummer, spinning and twirling and doing all the fun stuff and just crushing the drums and all that. And then the first time that I really cut sessions on my own stuff, I used a guy named Rich Redmond, who plays for Jason Aldean, who Thomas happens to. You know Rich, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That's what I was.
What do you want me to
I just wanted to say you knew the guy, right?
Yeah, Rich is awesome. He's a good friend now.
Yes. I was just waiting. There might be that FaceTime delay. I just thought you would kind of take in and be like, "Oh yeah, I know Rich really well. We're buddies." That's all I wanted you to say. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
So Rich was one of of Nashville guys. He's a little atypical because he beats the snot out of the drums and stick twirls and all that sort of stuff. So my first two introductions to Nashville drummers they're cool. They like to stick twirl and beat the crap out of drums, right?
Well, you found the two. Like,
It was kind of like
outliers,
Needle in
man.
the haystack.
kind of like when you find a Nashville bass player that has a 7-string. Or plays past the 5th fret. They really don't get a lot of work.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, 4th fret. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of guys can't count even that far off, man.
Yeah, exactly. The number system only goes so high, you know?
There's a lot of truth in that, but that's another podcast.
So when Thomas, threw this out
It was a year.
a year, okay. It felt
like
like 2
2.
years. Yeah, exactly.
Felt like
Thomas.
5 minutes underwater.
Thomas, poor guy, slept above me. So we slept like these little packed sardines, 3 high, right? I was in the middle
the
bunk,
bus.
and he was on the
In a
top bunk.
bus, yeah.
In a bus, guys. In a
Did
bus.
I not explain that correctly?
I mean, I knew what you were talking about, but it was still funny.
So, Thomas had to crawl out like an acrobat every single night, if he had to, get up, if he was getting in late or going to the bathroom or anything, like he had to like basically put his foot in my bunk every time. Sometimes I'd grab his foot just for the fun of it. Sometimes if the after show food wasn't sitting too well on my stomach, he would get the after show blues from the after show food that I had. Look at his face right now. Yeah. It's just disgusted.
He's like,
That's
man,
right.
I wish I could get
Bring it
that
back.
year of my life back.
That what like is after a show when I'm like tearing down or like having to run like stuff to my bunk really quick and then still run back to the stage just to like organize everything that I had brought in or whatever and get it to the trailer or underneath the bunk. Paul would just take that time to do his laundry and he'd be sitting out, everything be spread out all in the bunk in the narrow hallway. And I'm like, Paul, I can't get, he's like, oh, you need to get through here? And I'm like, well, duh.
So I sweat a lot when I perform. And so I had to hang dry my clothes before I put them back in and anything,
Man.
So his bunk was very convenient to hang things from.
Crucial question for the touring people who watch this. Front half of the bunk or front bunks or back bunks?
We were back bunks.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
Back bunks, driver's side.
Right.
And the reason you always want to be on the driver's side is you feel the road the way he feels the road. If you've ever been the passenger in a car and you're like, it feels weird. You don't like the way, but at least if you're on the driver's side, you're going to be in the good spot of the road.
Never thought of it.
Oh
that way.
yeah, you always want to be driver's side, back.
See, now we had a driver when we were out on tour a few years ago. No matter what, if he was shifting up a hill, like up front, you wouldn't necessarily feel it, but in the back, it would just be boom.
Oh really?
Oh man, he'd wake us all up out of a sound sleep.
We
Yeah,
had
it was
the best
terrible.
driver in the world. Great guy, great driver, Scott Eineman.
Got it.
And he only ever scared me when it was like 3 a.m. and there'd be an exciting part in Netflix that he was watching right next to his GPS. And the bus just might get some rumble strips every now and then. And but I was like, man, that's pretty talented. He can binge on Netflix and get us to the next destination.
That's a good driver right there.
Good driver.
You better check his logbook after that.
Oh, his logbook is perfect. Didn't matter how many 14-hour drives we did. It was always under 10 hours.
Strange. Guys, we follow the rules.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And I've never driven either. Okay. So anyway, Thomas is crashing these drums. It was a nice flashback for me that somebody who's a Nashville drummer isn't really trying to, and this is no slam on Nashville drummers or whatever, that's just the gig that it's been for most of those. It's not real typical that you see a performer in a drummer as well, and that's what was so refreshing for me to see Thomas do in this part of the video.
That's such a Nashville thing unless you're the artist or singer.
Yeah.
It's like if
Fade to the background. And,
like Thomas and like, what's the right way to put it? Like I'm not as flashy necessarily as Thomas, but like I move around on stage a lot. Jeff, you do too.
Well, and what did I say to you, not to interrupt you, but what did I say to you while he was, because we did these in different cuts and different cameras, coming at you. And I actually came up to Jeff and I was like, man, Mike performs really well. Like, because I had only ever seen you virtually. Right. That was another thing. Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, let's go there.
My gosh. We had done these live stream online shows, and I've done 6 shows with Mike.
We've done almost 30 songs together.
Almost 30 songs together. Had never met you face to face until this video, until the making of the Thriller video.
Yeah. But what I was saying was it's like Thomas does the stick twirls. Jeff and we move around on stage a lot, especially with Dave. We interact a lot. I've worked with country artists. They're like, wow, we don't work with guys like you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, I guess that's what happens. When
some like it, some don't.
And that's
depends,
part of it too. It's like there's a certain comfort factor where it's like you can open up to all that, but it's like I guess that's what happens when you grow up watching Van Halen and Def Leppard too.
Well, that stuff's just in there.
It is. It's ingrained. You got to put on
Steven
a show.
Tyler's still one of my favorite front guys. David Lee Roth, all that sort of stuff. It was all about the entertainment factor.
Yep.
And they just happened to make exceptional, legendary records on top of it all at the same time. So both can happen.
Yeah.
So there you go. There he goes. The double. Before I let this play, the double stick twirl at the end there was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
So this moment, we obviously become the dudes, right? They have attacked us. Jeff was shopping at Whole Foods when he got attacked. Mike got COVID and became a zombie. Michael Myers. And Thomas dropped his hot dog and it was poisoned by a spider. And clearly I found a missing mask and decided, this certainly can improve on my looks. It made sense for all of us that this was going to be better off if we just became these alter egos. I can't believe how big the bag looks on your head at this particular moment, Jeff. At 3:20,
if there's a focal point,
Thomas,
if there's a focal point in this scene, I think I have it.
We got it.
Yeah.
Jeff is not what you would call a particularly large individual. No. So the fact that his head is the largest thing in the entire set right now is pretty remarkable.
It's almost the size of your torso now that I look at it. That thing is monstrous. Monstrous. That's so good.
Did you switch eye holes? Because it looks like you can see better right now. Did you spin it around? No? Okay. You literally had eyes in the back of your head. I didn't know.
That's true.
So. Thomas has disappeared at this point. And basically, it looks like he is growing. I have hair growing out of my ear. And that's all that you can see. I have an afro on my ear. But look, I'm still scared of Mike at this point. That's why I don't want to look up, because I'm actually scared of him at this point. Let's move on here. And then we all just, raise up. So I didn't remember.
Right there. Yeah.
Let's go back a second.
Yeah, at the knife right there, my kids went, whoa.
Were they scared of that knife?
Yeah.
My son actually asked me about that. He's like, where'd you get a cool knife like that? So, Dylan, I will let you know a little bit about Dylan here. Yeah. Concept by Red, come up here and join us for this part of the conversation. Because Concept by Red and Dylan have been friends for quite a while.
Hi, I'm Concept by Red.
Yes. And the funny thing is, you actually are off-white. You're very pale, and you're a Concept by Red. So you're kind of your own collab.
Until I'm red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you and Dylan have known each other for a long time.
Since we were like 10.
Right. Yeah. So at least 3 years. And so
Take some of those years back.
Yes. Would you say that Dylan is one of the most prepared people you've ever met in any circumstance whatsoever?
Have you heard of the term fallout bag?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't make fun of me.
Let's just say that is
I'm
a
going to ask you to not
type.
talk so close to the mic just because you're blowing my ear out here. But yeah.
This is really loud.
Yeah. Go ahead. Start over. Fallout bag.
I'm sorry.
Not Fallout Boy, but Fallout Bag.
Fallout bag. That's a personality type for Dylan was my joke. But you've ruined it with your over-explanation.
Concept by Red, everyone. You can go, so anyway, my point is that Dylan...
Dylan's very industrious.
Very industrious. So literally, you can ask him for anything. If you're missing something, you're Dylan, man, I forgot this. Do you have it? Oh, well, let me see here in my. His briefcase is the size of a regular briefcase.
Yes,
but there, so many more things fit inside.
It's like
than
the Mary Poppins bag.
It is. It's totally the Mary Poppins bag. And it's like
efficient packing.
Hey, look at this.
I'm like, man, it would be so cool if I had like a machete or something for that. Oh, well, funny you should mention. And he's got a machete. Not only did we use it for this scene, but that's how you kept our fire going. You actually went out and made your own firewood.
We did.
I paid like $30 to be compliant with the wood from buying it from Henry Horton, and he's out there taking the machete to it in the middle of the night, making fires with his MacGyver machete. So anyway, yes, the machete got a little love in this as well.
Yeah.
But here comes this moment of Mike. Yeah. So there it is. That's what every time, if you don't see me look to the left very often in this video, that is why. Because we're actually in the woods. Like that looks like a black background and some sticks and stuff to people. Oh, that's cool. But we're in the woods.
We were in the
We're
woods.
an hour away from home with no life around it. We did it on a Sunday night. So most of the people had left the campsite, which is why we got away with doing this anyway.
Yeah, we actually overtook another campsite too, just to park our vehicles at. It was that empty.
We kind of owned it.
Yeah, a little bit.
We owned it, and then, but yeah, that was scary. I don't look that scary.
No, you can see your in-ears. That's why.
You can see my beard. Nobody's really buying that I'm Jason. I get it. I just have a fat face and it sticks out of the mask. You know, maybe if my face didn't take up, but why are my eye holes so big? I don't know. Anyway, and it looks like I've got shot. These look like bullet holes in my. Anyway, there he is. I just
Baghead.
old Baghead takes literally that's half the screen right here.
Yeah.
This is a big bag on his head. There we go. That was one of my favorite parts, Dylan, where you made it go from each one of us on each of the words.
Yeah.
Thriller, chiller, killer.
This ain't no
all that.
hobby.
That's right. That's right.
Not
So
a
that was pretty cool to see it kind of come together conceptually there.
That part musically took me like 15 minutes to figure out what chords those were.
Oh yeah, that
I
was
had no clue what I was doing.
And he went to Berkeley, guys.
Yeah, like I went to.
I went to Sonic and it was difficult to figure them out. Yeah.
I had to look up a tab to
I
figure out
stayed
what it
at
was.
Holiday Inn Express, and it was really hard.
I had to look up a bass tab just to figure out and then transpose everything. I had
wow.
I had no clue what I was doing.
Nice.
I definitely let Jeff play that part.
Yeah, I bet you did. I bet you if you looked at your guitar track, there's like
There's a big
3-second
old
hole.
space there,
You
big
got
old
it.
flat line. I went,
I ain't doing this.
Nice.
What is that? Just all sus chords?
It's all stuff that's like the 4/5, but then you like move that all down. So every chord is
I'm sure
that.
all of you out there know what 4/5, 6/12. Just messing with you. It is cool though. That's why are you, now it's really creepy. You're on my right and my left right now. Like I can't get away from.
It always feels
and howling
like
at the moon.
So there's our overhead shot. We get to see. We're about to end this song here. We have all come together. The jigsaw mask looks fantastic, by the way.
It's so cool.
Yeah, that one was really awesome. Somehow your neck came out of your shirt there. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but that's okay. Jeff still looks like Marshmallow to me, though. I can't get over it. Nice look up, and we're out. Oh, but we're not.
Yeah.
We joined forces. I feel like basically that shot was like, you know, on like the Avengers and stuff, like on their opening. What am I trying to say? The like poster for it or whatever. You know, they're like all standing there, like Captain America's got his mask. The Incredible Hulk's like up here standing next to him and doing everything and all that.
And here's the band guys waiting for per diem.
Yeah.
And if you don't give it to me,
Yeah.
I'm coming after you.
We basically became the horror movie Avengers at this point, is what happened.
That was another moment my kids went, oh.
Yeah, right there. We're all there. We're all coming to get you.
Yeah.
We combined forces and we're all coming to get you. Jeff might want to roast some marshmallows, you know, when he comes to get you. Thomas is looking off into space.
He's looking for that hot dog
I
in the
still
sky.
think he's looking for the hot dog. I think that's what's going on here.
Yeah.
He was really hungry. Thomas, how many campfire hot dogs had you had, or did you have that night?
I think I had like 3.5.
3.5.
4.
They were good though, right?
Yeah.
They were fantastic.
They were just straight
Nothing
up
like
Oscar Mayer
Nothing
on
like
a
cooking
stick.
over an open flame.
Yeah, and then we had, what was that? Chicken and dumplings?
Chicken and dumplings from our new neighbors that we met. And they were COVID compliant, put it in a cup, gave it to us, had gloves on or whatever. And it was actually
really good.
So good.
on a cold night out in the woods.
No kidding.
And let's see, anything else happen that I'm missing? And
that whole like, staring off into space thing.
yeah.
So that was just me, getting into the role of the character.
yeah.
Like I tilted my head over.
You
So
did.
we were way past the hot dogs at that point.
At that point,
And I was just,
yeah, he does sort of do that.
Way past them. Really, Thomas? Way past the hot dogs?
He had 3 more when we finished that scene right there. Actually, he was looking off going, bet I could make another hot dog right now.
Fire's still hot.
So, yeah, it was a good time. Did everybody have a good time making this? I think it was a lot of fun.
Heck yeah.
And Thomas just shaking his head. Like, no, we're good. I thought we were going to talk a lot less about this. We ended up having quite a ramble here tonight and a good time. I think that's obvious to how good of a time, that we all had with it. Maybe we'll do another one here soon.
Hey, yeah.
I don't know. It just depends on how many masks Thomas owns as to what we do, for the next one. Maybe we do a Avengers of Christmas time characters. We could have a Jack Frost. What is that? There is a movie like that. Isn't it?
Guardians.
Guardian of the Galaxies or Guardians or something. What is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know these movies.
Oh, we gotta do Thanksgiving
I think it's
first, though.
the Guardians.
You have
But yeah, Jack Frost.
Yeah.
And
so let's go around the table here real quick. I mean, if we were Concept by Red, come on up here. You're gonna if you were directing this next video,
Concept by Red.
that would be a Concept by Red.
I am directing the next video.
And you had to put
If you don't get the Rona.
quit dating Rona. Who would be what Christmas time characters? Just start with Mike.
Okay.
wow.
Throw
Put
me
you on the spot.
Oh
here.
yeah. I'm throwing you in the fire, in the campfire.
Okay. Well, I think Mike has to be the what is it? The gold what do you call a person who searches for gold?
A gold mine?
A gold digger?
A gold miner from the
That ain't wrong.
All you sugar mamas out there. Mike is
I got student loans to pay off.
that's right. Wife approved, aid available.
Hey,
y'all remember the old like claymation Rudolph
Yes,
the Red-Nosed
like
Reindeer?
Rudolph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The coal miner guy.
Okay, so he's the coal miner. He's
the
up there
40
with the
the 49er.
abominable snowman.
Yes.
The guy who's okay.
Exactly.
Now that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
All right. Who am I?
You that's
Be
a good
careful.
one. I think you might
Say
be
Frosty the Snowman.
save your job.
That's
What,
a pretty
shape?
good one.
Yeah.
Is Krampus an option?
Okay. I guess I'm Krampus.
No.
What's the bad guy from The Grinch?
Oh, the Grinch. The Grinch. Yes. No.
I'm the Grinch.
Hey, he's really
You're a
funny.
mean one.
You're the Jim Carrey version
Mr.
of the Grinch,
yeah,
which
I
makes
mean,
it all better
yeah.
in the end. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's Thomas?
Thomas. Ooh, this is a difficult one. Oh, he's the elf in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer that wants to be a dentist.
Think again.
Yes,
Obviously.
the dentist
That's
elf in Rudolph.
what it
Well,
is.
I can see that. I can see
If
that.
I was casting that, first choice right here.
and would Dylan possibly be Buddy the elf because he's very tall?
He's tall, but I
wouldn't say very tall.
I wouldn't say very
Okay.
tall. I wouldn't say like Will Ferrell, like Bear Jew tall.
Okay, so who's Dylan gonna be?
Dylan is he's suave enough to be like a weird like Vince Vaughn rom-com like during Christmas. Like that's the kind of like
Rom.
That's the Christmas movie I'm saying.
We're all
we're
all claymation, and he gets Vince Vaughn rom-com.
I feel like that was that's no.
All right, who's Jeff?
Who's
Jeff?
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Jack Frost, obviously.
Got to be Jack Frost. Got to be. There it is. 100%. Hold that up for the camera. He was ready to go with this one. He knew. And of course, Concept by Red is Rudolph. So anyway,
I am.
That's it. We're wrapping this up.
Yeah.
This one is done. Thank you all for watching the making. If you haven't seen the actual video, this probably was really hard for you to get through. We appreciate that. If you have seen the video, know us, and thought this was going to be fun, it was still probably really hard for you to get through this podcast. But no, we had a lot of great fun. Hopefully you had a lot of great fun. Leave your comments and all that sort of stuff below. Check out the descriptions for each of these guys. Mike Ball, Jeffrey Scott, Dylan Matheny, Concept by Red Da Boy into House of Hua Hawa, and Thomas D. Branch on the drums. And we hope to get a next one out to you here real soon. Thank you all so much.
Like and subscribe.